All right, so here's what I know. When we go out and we want to make a difference in the world, right? My thing is I work a lot with conscious capitalism and the B Corp movement, and their tagline is business as a force for good, right? Not just I'm doing my good out there, but because I am in business, I am using business as my vehicle to go and make a difference. And that might be standing as a model of visibility. Did you see these shoes?
Yeah.
Like these are visibility shoes, right? I don't wear these when I'm at the computer. So I know that when we're out there as a force for good, it also matters how we treat our community, how we show up. Like, oh yes, no, I've done it before. I'm not going to talk to anyone about it. Or I am 110% here this weekend to help every single person that I can touch with any bit of this that resonates with you. Please come talk to me um, because I'm kind of an introvert, and it would really help me if you would come talk to me. All right, that's the other purpose of the shoes, right? But when we get set up in our business and we want to use it as a force for good, we want it to grow, we want to show what is that soul blossoming that wants to come through in our world. What is the way that we treat the jobs that we build? To me, the top of the totem pole are the people who create jobs, the people who create good work to be done. Right? We need a lot more of that in our world right now. But the question is, as we're going out there and we're doing our good work, are we set up for sustainable success? Who here would like to be set up for sustainable success? Oh, yeah. Now, by that, I mean having a high income level, high enough that it supports itself and the business supports my lifestyle. I want to know that I'm taken care of. I've got my oxygen mask on. That's one of the things I want to be visible for in the world. Cool. But if you only focus on that, it can lead to burnout. I'll talk about that in a bit. Been there, done that. On the other hand, I want sustainable success to come from a really high level of happy. Right? This is the antidote to the burnout. I want to know that I'm engaged and I love what I do. When I put those two together, then I have sustainable success. I have the income and I can stand to keep doing it. Right? This is what we want to be building on, and that's this business. Next year, maybe new business, right? So there's a lot that goes on, and what I want you to know is that we as women sometimes feel like, oh, but I dropped out for a while to have kids, and now I don't know how to get back into it, and I'm not really qualified, da 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 da. That's a little twisted, honey. Right? And not the good kind of twisted. When we really look at it, we as women have a variety of experience. We've done the schooling, however far. We've done relationships. We've learned a lot there. Most of us have done parenting, and that's an educational experience in itself. And we've done some form of career. And then another career, and then, the average person has 7 careers. Anybody here had multiple careers? Yeah. And we just keep learning and redeveloping, right? So the value that women can find from this is that we've learned how to stand in different perspectives. And we can look at something from a lot of different ways. And that's what I really want to highlight in today's talk, is how we can take and stand in some of these different perspectives and look at our business in a holistic way so that we're building in that sustainable success. Now, here's the next question. How many people have a business plan? Wow, you guys are good. And for those of you who didn't raise your hand, thank you for your honesty. So usually when I say, well, why don't you have a business plan? Tell me if you can relate to one of these. Oh, my business is too small. I don't need one. Or, I just don't know how. I'm a healer. I'm not that kind of person. I don't know how to do that. Right? Or, just ooh. Just ooh. That's business stuff. Right? Or it's so unspiritual. Right? You know, that whole thing about you have to have a vision of where you're going before you can get there, it really turns out that it does matter. Would it be all right if I share a little bit about my background and how I got here? Yeah? Thank you. I did the whole university thing, and I did the corporate thing, and I was a project manager at Hewlett-Packard, so I had to do a team of software developers. I was the geek of geeks. And also had some corporate-wide initiatives that I took care of, and really didn't feel like I fit in. Because the truth is, I've never been particularly good at rules. I can guarantee there were no highway patrolmen on the way over here from the Central Valley yesterday. Yeah. So, yeah. And, you know, the corporate thing, for those of us who've done that, I know all about the departmental silos and the office politics and the games that get played. If I was going to play the games, I was going to win. In fact, I can honestly say I was a damn good corporate bitch. Yes. Because when I was growing up, the only thing that was valuable was my intellect. I was my father's favorite son. Did good in school, right? He taught me how to run like the big saw thing. It was cool. But when I got into work, what my dad told me, because who else are you going to ask about work stuff? Right? How was that? How did that feel? What my dad told me, because who else would you ask about work stuff? One generation. My mother didn't do that thing, right? So, my dad said, always do the right thing. Relationships don't matter, right? Get ahead, play ball, play hard. And so the corporate thing, I did it. I did these corporate-wide initiatives. What I can tell you is, even when you make the single biggest deal for the entire division, it doesn't matter diddly when you're fundamentally disrespected. So, in 1991, I graduated from corporate. I think they were glad too. And went off to start my own business, because, damn it, I was going to prove now I could do it my way. And that way meant I got started in something in education, and then I got started in finance, and I got started in real estate, and all of those are still running. Those businesses are still running. And I did all of these things well enough to support the family, paid off the house on the lake where the kids grew up, while my husband studied day trading. Right? When I got my first six-figure tax year, that was a wake-up to a whole new level of business planning, right? And it also was probably the beginning of a wake-up call to burnout and really falling into it and saying, this isn't working. What do I need to do differently? In my burnout, I went through adrenal fatigue, chronic fatigue, and my body had no energy to do menopause, which basically means the drop in estrogen and the drop in iron shut off my left brain, which is where words come from, right? And memory. So the master trainer and the writer suddenly had no words. And then as it started to come back, somebody introduced me to Evernote. And I went, oh, computers! Computers can remember all this stuff. I can't remember anything. I can dump it all in the computer and the computer will remember. And I started telling my friends, right? This is like crack. You can put your grocery list in Evernote. You can put your chore chart in Evernote. You can put your receipts in Evernote. And pretty soon, as I was coming back online, I was talking with my mentor. We were out having dinner, and she said, now she's done, worldwide known mentorships. She has multiple six-figure businesses, and she said, I never have time for my creative and inspirational work anymore because I'm so busy writing new autoresponders. I was like, oh my God, that is just wrong. just wrong. I'll be there Saturday. I don't know why, but I'll be there Saturday. Right? So I went over to her house and I sat on the floor with flip chart paper and came up, listened to her, and came up with about 6 sheets like this. What's going on with you? What's going on with you? What's going on with you? And then it turned into this. Here's my superpower. I can take all that chaos, and to me, the pattern just emerges. It didn't make me this way. It just does, right? Oh, wait, no, that's that thing that comes so easily for you that you should be out doing it. And that's how my business got born. So to be able to take, oops, forward, there we go, this kind of an inspiration of how do I help make businesses become a positive force in the world and bring out my geekness. Right, so here's what I'm here to do. I'm here as your neighborhood geek, well, your remote geek now, to help your business build a solid foundation. How many people look at this and go, ooh, right? This is the old way, hierarchical, all that authoritarian. It doesn't work. It can't keep up. It can't keep up with today's world, but you can, right? Do you know that small businesses actually employ 79% of the workforce? 79% of the people who are working in a business of 20 people or fewer. We don't need that. But we need the thought process. So what happens if I take it and I start to wrap it around so that in the middle I have my vision keeper? And around it I have the other perspectives on my business. Or if you like, you can take these 7 circles and see them this way. Aha! See, I knew I was in the right place because this didn't exist before I talked to Sahar. This came in just for you. Your business entity has its own body, mind, soul. And if you only focus on that gift you give, that's not holistic. If you look at your marketing strategy as a business plan, that's not holistic. So what I want to do is take 3 of these today and show you how to step into that perspective and build this holistic view of your business. The first one is your vision, right? My vision, that which I am part of, I can never do this, but I'm part of it, is to transform the fabric of our economic society by activating the feminine heart and mind to do what matters most. On purpose, more impact and more income, while having more joy, passion, and aliveness in our lives. I will say, even at my computer, I don't wear black, right? I'm about the joy. I want to be having a great time. Now, that didn't surprise anybody, did it? No, because I've already stood here in my visibility and said, this is what I'm about. And I have great shoes. Right? So, yeah, they're just awesome. So you already know why it matters to you. You know, you have a sense of whether you can trust me, whether you even like me. I will say, when I'm on my own, I swear. I try not to do it in public, but yeah, you need to know that. But I didn't get there just standing here this minute. To get there, here's the how-to. The how-to is to take that visibility and turn it inward. What is my inward visibility to the soul of my business? What am I about? What kind of culture do I want to create? Why do I do this? So here's a magic question that you can use when you're looking at your business. How would the world change if everyone had the benefit of your work? I can just look around and go, oh, wow, we would have one heck of a world. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah. Next, I can't do all of them today. I will promise that I will give you more information at the end. Your communications, this is your throat chakra of your business, right? Your marketing strategy. What formats provide spaces that make you both happy? You and your people, which requires knowing who you are and who your people are. Huh? Okay, we're going to skip that one, we'll skip that one. And your systems. Here's the key for your systems. This is my thing, right? It's so cool. How can I make keeping track a game? Keeping track of all of my relationships, right? We're going to have somebody come and talk to us about follow-up. How can I make keeping track of my finances a game? We're going to have somebody come and talk with us about finance. So where can it be fun to do this so that I have, instead of a chief operations officer, I have supportive systems. Supportive as in the intellect as the servant of the soul and not its master, just like Einstein said. Okay? So this is what it looks like when you go through the whole set of transforming all those corporate departments into the essence of their perspective and then bringing it to your business so that you can be seen more easily. And I will be around all weekend, so you can use your worksheet to be able to ask me questions. All right, so business is awakening it to itself. What about your business? As your business awakens, we want to make sure you are not building it on a house of sticks. We want the foundation of your business to be much more like a temple so that you're good and solid when you want to be visible in the world.